Hey y'all, welcome back to the party. It's your girl BrittReacts, and today we are reacting to Jason Aldean. Try that in a small town. See what he has to say.
Sucker punch somebody on a sidewalk, carjacking old lady at a red light, pull a gun on the owner of a liquor store. You think it's cool, act a fool if you like, cuss out a cop, spit in his face, stomp on the flag and light it up. Yeah, you think you're tough, well try that in a small town.
I had a feeling, but I wanted to wait. I'm like, what does he mean by try that in a small town? But I had this Georgia girl right here. I had a feeling I knew what the theme of the song was. I'd also like to go out on a limb and just say here, notice that all of these kind of scenes that were just depicted while he was singing were of people of all different races, genders, everything. It wasn't just one versus one. It was a woman in a man's face. You know what I mean? It was inclusive of everyone who is doing and does and agrees with wrong. As a girl who grew up outside of Atlanta, in my more recent years lived in the city of Atlanta, can tell y'all how bad the violence has gotten, and how scary it is at the thought of like raising children there and having your family be there. And it feels like enough is enough. Who's gonna stop it? You know what I mean? It feels like there's this complete disregard for any type of authority at all. Like any type of rules, any type of system in place or people in place to help provide protection and safety, which I think everyone wants. Everyone who's of sound, sane mind wants. But something happens when you go to a small town where everyone knows everyone and the sheriff knows everyone. You know what I mean? It's like nothing's going on here. No one's stepping out of bounds here. And if so, it's rectified so quickly. So yeah, I get the message here for sure.
Tough. We'll try that in a small town. See how far you make it down the road. Around here we take care of our own.
What I say?
Won't take long for you to find out. I recommend you don't. Try that in a small town.
I also don't think that what he's doing is condoning violence in any way. I feel like there is space here for people, the cancellationers and all the other things, to come in and say, well, like, what is he insinuating? It's like he's insinuating that we take care of our people. We are a community, and that's what a community does. A community, a village, a tribe, all of those are the same thing. They take care of one another. And if you harm, hurt, or threaten or anything of the sort of, you know what I mean, of a group of people, there are going to be consequences to be paid. That doesn't necessarily mean violence, but it means you will answer. There will be justice. And I think that's exactly what he's saying. It's like, come to this small town. Come on over here with that foolishness. Come on over here with all that nonsense and that disrespect and disregard for life, and see what happens. Right on, brother, is what I'm gonna say.
Got a gun that my granddad gave me. They say one day they're gonna round up. Well, that shit might fly in the city. Good luck.
I told y'all.
See how far you make it down the road. Around here we take care of our own. You cross that line, it won't take long for you to find out. I recommend you don't.
Creek Squad reference, the good old boys, right? Which I know is also controversial. Just saying, I know the reference. He said it. He said you could do it in a big town, but come bring that to come try it in a small town. I think I think I was spot on in thinking what this song was about. Yeah, I mean, I think the other thing that you find, right, is in a larger city. In these cities, it's such a melting pot of people, ideologies, and everything, right? Everyone thinks different. Everyone believes different things. Everyone was raised differently. But in these small towns, they tend to be more of the same like-minded people who were raised the same, have the same ideologies, have the same kind of code. And so in a big city, sometimes I feel like it's hard to find common ground in situations where it should be so simple and so easy. It's like, we want to be safe. We want to be healthy. We want to be alive. But it's really devastating how much discord is caused by difference and the lack of ability to find the common denominator and the common ground, which is just making sure everyone survives. Not in a small town. I think show up and you're gonna get showed out, you know. And another thing too, like, you become a parent, and things that weren't maybe necessarily on your top of your list is like high priority, become high priority. And for me, I don't think, like, I lived my whole 20s in New York City and was just buck wild and was probably doing some of the most unsafe things unconsciously, putting myself in harm's way just for the sake of fun. And now I look back as like a mom to a little girl, and I'm like, oh heck no. Like, where can we go where that's not happening? I just think this is a man singing a song about protecting one another. And, you know, I think that people have all kinds of opinions about the nation that we live in. And that's fine. Feel how you feel. But if we all could just work from the place of peace, love, and happiness, I think we could be in a much better place, and we wouldn't have all of this nonsense. I mean, look at this. This is a robbery we're watching right now. It's like, why? Go get a job. Go get a job. Go get a honest, hardworking job like the employees in this gas station. I'm rambling because I feel this message so deeply in my heart.
He's upright. If you're looking for a fight, try that in a small town.
The music is also really good. Da 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 da.
Try that in a small town.
See how far you make it there. I love it.
Round here we take care of our own. You cross that line, it won't take long for you to find out. I recommend you don't. Try that in a small town.
Da 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 da.
Try that in a small town. Try that in a small town.
Have it, folks. He's got a really nice voice. Try that in a small town. Like, he's got a really nice voice. The music was dun 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 dun, was rocking. Yeah, I love the message. I think the message is loud and clear. And if you want to look for the bad in it, you just are someone who wants to look for the bad in things. This is not a message to be skewed in any way, shape, or form. Go to a small town and find out. Go to a small town and try to start something. You want to start something? Won't be nothing. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's my first time being introduced to Jason Aldean, I believe it is. What an introduction. What a statement. I know exactly where he stands. His ground. That's where he stands. And, you know, someone's got to do it because this nation, you know, and it's so crazy because, again, no matter how many woes and qualms there may, you know, you can have about things in this nation, because nothing is perfect. No one is perfect. No place is perfect. We all benefit from the freedoms here. All of us benefit from the freedoms here. You think about all these cases of, like, recently, I feel like I've been reading so many articles about people going overseas and getting arrested for breaking these, like, what seem like ludicrous laws to us. But in these countries, these are real deal laws. Freedom. That, my friends, is freedom. Where you could get caught with a certain item and it's a small charge versus going overseas and you see something way worse of a punishment. You know what I mean? Like, those are our rights. Those are our freedoms. And again, are there issues? Yes. Should things be fixed? Yes. But we all benefit from the freedom in some way, shape, or form in our life. Go try it in a small town. I won't be, but do it at your own risk. All right, go and have the day you deserve. Peace.